evening, everyone. My name is Zayo and I am 12 years old. I come from a small village in Africa where life has always been simple but not easy. In my village, we don't have much. No fancy houses, no big schools. But we do have the sky, the trees, and each other. My mother always used to say that even when life is hard, you can find beauty if you look for it. She told me that every person is like a canvas, and our dreams and struggles are the colors that make us who we are. When I was little, I didn't have toys or paper to draw on, but I loved to create. I would find broken pieces of charcoal from our cooking fires and draw on anything I could find. The walls of our home, the stones outside, even the dusty ground. Drawing made me feel free. It helped me imagine places I'd never seen and tell stories I couldn't put into words. My mother would smile and say, "Ayo, your hands may be small, but they can create big things." She believed in me, even when no one else did. But when I was 9 years old, everything changed. My mother got sick, and there was no doctor in our village to help her. Every day I prayed she would get better, but one day she closed her eyes and didn't wake up. She was my best friend, my biggest supporter, and suddenly she was gone. After that, I felt so lost, like the colors in my life had disappeared. The only thing that helped me was drawing. I would sit outside, under the same sky she used to look at, and I would draw her smile, her hands, her laughter. Drawing made me feel like she was still with me, like I wasn't alone. One day a traveler came to my village and saw my drawings on the walls. He stopped and talked to me, and he told me something I'll never forget. He said, "Your art has a story. It can touch people's hearts." I didn't understand what he meant at first, but he encouraged me to keep drawing, to share my story with others. I never imagined that my broken pieces of charcoal could bring me all the way here, to the stage, in front of all of you. Tonight I want to share my story with you through my art. I'm going to create a painting, not just with my hands, but with my heart. This is for my mother who taught me to dream, and for everyone who feels small, who feels like their voice or their talent doesn't matter. I want to show you that even the smallest hands can create something beautiful, something that brings light to the world. Thank you so much for giving me this chance. I hope my art inspires you, just like it saved me.
I'm honestly struggling to find the right words, because what you just did up there, it's beyond extraordinary. You know, we see many talented people on this stage, but every now and then, someone comes along who doesn't just perform, they touch our hearts in a way we'll never forget. And tonight, that someone is you. When you stepped onto this stage and started to speak, I could sense there was something very special about you. You stood here barefoot, humble, and brave, and you let us into your world. You shared your story, your pain, and your dreams. That takes a kind of courage that many people, twice, even 3 times your age, don't have. But then you did just tell your story, you brought it to life. Watching you create that painting was like watching magic unfold in real time. Every stroke of charcoal, every line, every color, it wasn't just art, it was your soul. That painting of a mother and child under the sun, it says so much without words. It speaks of love, resilience, and hope, and it tells us more about who you are than words ever could.